I think I'm shooting some video here. So anyway, this is a 79 MG Midget kingpin with the fulcrum pin. Everybody I see online, they're talking about how you have to pretty much cut the fulcrum pin out. Well, I'm going to disagree, and these caps right here are a real pain. The cap that has the grease dirt on it has a lead plug in it, and the grease dirt goes into that somehow. And as you can see, the fulcrum pin is set up for like a standard screwdriver in there. And when you have it all together, what happens is that fulcrum pin and the kingpin stick together like that. And once the kingpin's stuck in there, the best thing I can find to do, instead of cutting your fulcrum pin out, cut the kingpin out, because you're at this point already, the kingpin is wore out and you've got play in it back and forth. The pin that goes in right here, see the hole, just take a torch, oxyacetylene torch, heat that pin up, heat around here, punch the pin out, heat up around this, melt the lead, scoop the lead out, it'll just fall onto the ground. That's what it looks like when it's all done, not a big deal. And when you heat both caps up, that's going to give you twist. What that twist is for, they're threaded, it's so that you can adjust your caster right here. You can take that pin out when you put your new one in, and you can run that fulcrum pin one way or the other, and then put the pin back in the kingpin, and the kingpin will either move forward to the car or to the A-arm, or move to the back. It's not a whole lot, but that movement right there is enough to really change your steering. If you run this forward, give yourself, I want to say positive caster, your car is going to turn real quick. It may even be darting. You bring it back and it's going to slow your turning down a little bit, and it may make your tires wear a little funny. I just put it right in the middle. That's the best way to do it. But this is going to make things a lot easier. Just cut this out and hammer it out, and it'll come out, it'll fall off, and then you screw the fulcrum pin out. That's going to save you 15 bucks. You won't have to buy a fulcrum pin. You won't have to buy all the nonsense. As far as grease dirt, you can just most likely thread a smaller one into the end of that fulcrum pin, and then use some duct seal and just pack it, and it should be just fine. The only thing I can see that the grease is going to do is gonna lubricate the threads here and down here, because the pin being through the kingpin here doesn't move. So the kingpin doesn't move at all. It stays with the fulcrum pin and follows it around. So having grease in between the kingpin collar and the fulcrum pin, I cannot see where it does any good at all. As a matter of fact, I concerns me because the channel for this actually comes out into here, and you just lose grease through here, and it doesn't always get to the other side, to the other cap and that set of threads. But by the time you heat on it just a little bit, your threads come right loose, and then you get out your angle grinder, you make notches, you cut all this out, get rid of this, back the fulcrum pin out, and you can put your brand new kingpin in there and use the same fulcrum pin without all the muss and fuss. So if you have any questions, let me know, and if there's a different way or some way I'm doing it wrong, let me know and I'll address it.